That's a really good one.
Yeah.
I had someone I spoke to the other day, and I asked her. Actually, a conversation came up, and the reason why I ask you that is because I asked her that, and I asked her was like, what do you think your gift is to give back to the world? And she told me, she said that it's basically just to help others and give back to others as much as she could.
How? How does she do it?
Huh?
How does she do it? In what way does she give
we
specifics?
didn't really get like into details about how she did it and what she used or what she was giving back. We didn't get that far into it. I kind of told her that I agree with her, but I think giving back to others is secondary.
Yeah, of course.
Number one should be giving to yourself first.
Yes.
It's self-love first. You have to make sure that you feel fulfilled within before you start to give it back to others. Mm-hmm. And she was like, she didn't really, I guess, maybe understood maybe the way that I was explaining it. And then she was like, nah, I don't know. And I was like, well, how can you actually really love somebody else if you don't love yourself? And I guess as time went on and we, her and I started having more conversation, and she kind of like, it came around and she was like, oh, that does make a lot of sense.
Oh, that's good that you're able to like have her think outside the box. Not necessarily like have her agree with you. She could do her own research, but at least have an open enough. That's a gift right there with you to be able to overturn someone's mindset, because a lot of these people are very stubborn and rigid and very narrow-minded. Like the things you cover the horse's eyes.
The blinders.
Does not expand their mind. So that's really good. And I wanted to chime off that as well. Like because like correction to me, I take back what I said before agreeing, because I still agree, but in a way to where you can give to other people or whatever when you're replenishing yourself as well, but like in a toxic, still not full cup way though, because that's not the proper healing way. Like you can love someone in a distorted, broken way, but it doesn't matter because it's still a distorted type of love. It's not a healing love. So you got to give to yourself first, no matter what, because there's people that give to other people for other people and they don't really have themselves. But talking about really like giving and stuff like that, you have to be filled, because when you're giving and you're already your glass is half full and then now it's empty. Mm-hmm. You don't have anything for yourself, obviously.
Right.
Yeah.
And one of the analogies I was explaining to her about was like, when you ever go on a flight and the flight attendant gets up and they explain the safety and so on, and I always say something similar to like, if you make sure you assist yourself before you assist others, if the mask comes down. Mm-hmm. It's the same concept. Like, I mean, you want to make sure that you have oxygen before you try to help the one that's next to you, because if you help yourself, then you can help not only the one that's next to you, you can help others. You know what I mean? So it's not just only just that one person that you're focusing on. It's just so many of them that you could affect by, looking out for yourself first. So but she actually it was actually a really good conversation. It was an older lady, and it was, like I said, it was a really good conversation, and we kind of chopped it up. And then, like I said, as time went on, it kind of made a little bit more sense. And then she was like, oh, that does make kind of sense. So it was a really good conversation.
I love that. Love to hear that. That's good.
But it was good. But you need, for you to even get to a place like that, you got to be open-minded. I mean, you can't be, think one way and this is the way that everything's supposed to be. It's almost like, that last episode we was talking about that we think is just one saying for, the 8 billion people in the world. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. You have to be more open-minded to understand that there's more going on in life than what you know. So, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to agree with everybody else that is around you or in your group or in your community, but I think you should be open-minded to at least see what's going on, so you can it'll help you guide through more better. So
I agree.
That was a really good one.